This is my history. I was never born in slavery. When I speak, I mean, I am therefore we are a people whose legacy transcends 400 years of European captivity. This is my history, rooted in African spirituality, preaching and teaching to love the original self, respect nature, ancestor veneration, seek the righteous path to knowledge, wisdom and understanding of life and death, because we live forever. As long as our children speak about our African legacy, this is my history. From Amenhotep to Malcolm X, from Hatshepsut to Assata Shakur, from the Orisha to Kwanzaa, from Cairo to the Cape, from Cuba to Trinidad and Tobago, from Asia to Australia, from the beginning of time to infinity. This is my history. Nubian, Kemitian, Ashanti, Wolof, Hausa, Yoruba, Zulu, African people, black people, my people, our people. Now when I speak of black, I mean color, culture, and spiritual consciousness. To know that self-knowledge is key to our liberty in this war against Euro-American South African brutality. This is my history. This is my history. Them say what is to be must be. Life is but a continuous cycle. But now I speak, we write in foreign tongues because they came, they saw, they conquer. Genocide I roots mine. Like the devil they stole we land. Kidnap we soul for pieces of gold. Rape me mother, behead my father, castrate me brother, lust for me sister. This is my history. Victims of European pirates of the seven seas, who came in boats from ships, sailed by heroes of Caucasian descendants, Sir Francis Drake, Henry Morgan, Cristobal Colon, Henry the Navigator, John Hawkins, who stripped us and packed us like rats in hulls of slave ship, a free trip down Atlantic lane, to experience only sorrow and pain. This is my history. This is my history. Once living in high society, wild beast stalk you land with baton in hand, remind me of 20th century Babylon. From the cave they sprang with the assistance of an African, only to wreak havoc in foreign land. Talking about Ice Age people, European people, British, French, Dutch, Spanish, Portuguese, white people. Now when I speak of white, I mean those racist crackers who plot to annihilate my story. This is my history. This is my history. Telling her story, because in essence I am she and she is me. As godlike beings, let us restore our strength and power. Know right from wrong. Teach the youth the truth about him African roots. This is my history. So don't be pessimistic, because all is not lost. Since I stand before you, moving and grooving to revolutionary sounds invoked by my lost but found spiritual self. So picture a scene of the moon and the sun, because that is truly she and me. This is my history.
That I've endured, I can promise you the passion I have for people is pure. The elevation I'm sure possessing the final cure for the blood that I've been shedding is seeping out of my pores. What's the cost I gotta pay in this living to be adored instead of going through these issues and be ignored?
I gotta get out of here.
Eagles, I wanna soar over mountains and see another view. Come back and take a look in the mirror and see another you. Hell, I just wanna work until I prevail and find success right in the midst of those who want me to fail. There ain't no myths or stories made up that I'm never gonna tell. Most of the people I grew up around are dead or in jail.
Exactly
I had that pain inside my soul, but just too strong to get weary. And way too cold of a nigga to let devils get near me. I keep peace by pushing negatives away from me, dog. You don't know me, but could you do me a favor and please pray for me? Lord,
alright, let's get it.
Could you pray for me?
Alright, we gonna run through it today. Family gotta run through it. So grab your Nguzo Saba challenge journal and let's get it. Get everything together, anime. We about to run.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath. Take it.
Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say,
Take that breath down.
breathe,
To the stomach.
then
Take a
drink.
breath. Take a breath. Take your breath.
Now.
Take your breath.
Grab your glass for some water.
Got my
Grab your
glass.
Lift your pitcher of that water.
Or a bottle.
Get that pitcher of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water.
Move your body.
Move your body and drink some water. Fam, just move your body. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, move, then drink.
Move your body. Move your body.
Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your
Let's
ancestors.
toast.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your
Or should
water.
I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water.
Take your breath.
Lift and pour yourself some water.
Pour.
Move your body, drink some water.
Move it.
Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy. Remember the four pillars.
Gye-Nyame.
Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces.
Eat a culturally appropriate diet.
Behave. Take your breath.
Come on.
Lift and pour.
You can do it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Drink up.
Come on. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Drink it. Lift it. Drink it. Come on. Drink that healthy in.
Drink, 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 drink.
Drink your water.
Take your breath.
Take your breath. Take your breath.
lift and pour.
Lift it.
Move your body.
Come on. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. Come on. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, drink, drink.
Come on. Come on.
Drink your water. Man. Take your breath. Take your breath.
Lift and pour. Come on.
Lift and pour. Move your body.
Move it. Move it. Move it. Come on.
Toast your ancestors. What? Drink, 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 drink.
What?
Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Family, it is no greater time to be standing in the congregation of the mighty in the home of the stubborn minority in the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I am your host, Brother High Tillman. Family, you know that this is a Heart of a Summer production. But we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Man, listen. First up, I want to give all of the Ujima babies a round of applause. Give it up for them, give it up for them, give it up. Come on now, y'all got to do better than that. Come on now, give it to them a little bit more. Now, family, I am not even going to be able to take a break during this show because I am so far behind. I got caught up in doing, oh man, it was so, I can't even explain it. Time just moves so fast, so we're going to make it through everything we need to make it through as fast and rapid as possible. We're going to talk about, in the rant today, the science. The science of why you should not spend energy being jealous. It don't make no sense. So anyway, we ain't gonna get into that right now. Anime baby, if you could, get us to where we need to be. Cause we running through, we doing it, we doing like in the games, when you're in the last couple of minutes, you gotta do it. The I can't remember what they call it. But pressure's on and y'all got to score the touchdown. We only got a couple of seconds. Get it?
It's the proverb.
Oh, proverb time! Proverb for the day, proverb for the day. Proverb for the day, here we go. The word yes brings trouble. The word no leads to no evil. Once again, the word yes brings trouble. The word no leads to no evil. Wow. I want you to think about it and tell me, what does it mean to you?
It's the proverb. The proverb.
Folktale time, family, let's get it. Anime, are you up with me right now? Oh, folktale time. I know y'all like, but Lacha, why you ran through this? Because I'm giving writing prompts for people that are on the Nguzo Saba Challenge, who are using the handbook, the journal that they could use to go and chart their own progress. Well, here we go. The man and his wife. A man had a wife who made herself hated by all the members of his household. Wishing to find out if she had the same effect on the persons in her father's house, he made some excuse to send her home on a visit to her father. After a short time, she returned, and when he inquired how she had got on and how the servants had treated her, she replied, "The herdsmen and the shepherd cast on me looks of aversion." He said, "Oh, wife, if you were disliked by those who go out early in the morning with their flocks and return late in the evening, what must have been felt towards you by those with whom you pass the whole day." Moral of the story: straws show how the wind blows. Now, and also, family, I want you to think about it because there's a deep meaning in that, and there's a lesson in there. Get the lesson. We out. Where we at? All right. That was the end. Dropping the signal so that when people are able to cut this up, they cut it up. Now we're going to move straight into the rant. Anime, can you get us together? Please, I need to get it together. Can you please? All right. That's the war horn. Can I have my theme music, please? Can I have my theme music? Thinking all the time. So part of the thinking piece for me is that I have to go and be honest, right? Because sometimes I watch my fam, I watch my tribe, I watch my peoples get upset about losing. Spend a lot of energy complaining, possibly about being in last place. And some of that shit, I agree with. We should kind of complain, and you know what I'm saying? But there is also a point in time where you have to start investing that energy that you're running your mouth with, that you're upset, that you got the jealousy, the anger of what happened to you, the ass kicking that was put on you. There's a certain time where you have to pour that energy, that ashe, because that's what it is, that life, and you got to pour that life energy into moving towards victory. And when I see a lot of times, I see a lot of people not doing that at all. What I see them doing is just sitting around and complaining. I see some people just sitting down to get into history and not trying to make history. Studying history, but not trying to make history. The people that study history, that's what they do. The people that make history, that's what they do. And it's a big difference, right? Because it's sort of like you have those sideline sports fans that can describe all the plays, but can't coach, nor can they play. But they're good at getting the statistics, and they're a necessary part of sports. But they are not what makes sports happen. What makes sports happen are those individuals that are willing to get in there and do the damn work, that's willing to take the punishment, that's willing to sweat, that's willing to get in there and do the work. And that's what the tribe needs. We don't need spectators and people that can keep statistics and people that can just keep the history of what has happened. What we need is people that can get in the goddamn game and make shit happen. And even before the game, we need those who are able to get out and hit the laps, hit the sprints, hit the lifting, hit the gym, hit the library, hit their purpose, and push through. And do what's called the lonely miles, right? Now, one of my elders a long time ago, I ran into him at a Sundance. And I was going to go to Tennessee to do my first oblation with him, but I wasn't able to do it. The brother told me a story about the lonely miles. And I told this story before. And it's in these lonely miles because he used to drive a race car. And in between the beginning of the race and the end of the race, there's these things called the lonely miles, where you are driving in a circle at a high speed speed level, and you start questioning, why in the hell am I sitting in a piece of steel approaching almost 200 miles an hour and possibly could die doing this shit? Why am I doing this? Now, those of you who push yourselves, you know that feeling. That's called the lonely mile, because you really start thinking about what you're doing. But what he made clear to me is that the man or the woman is made in those lonely miles. The victories are won in those lonely miles. The character is built in those lonely miles. You understand what I'm saying? Because at any given time, while he's in a 500-mile race, he could have pulled the car over and said, I'm not doing that shit no more. But it's something in him that has prepared him, that got him prepared, that could put him on autopilot, where he's able to continue it. For those of you that run in the middle of the race, when you could just walk off the track, no, it's something in you that awakens. For those of you that are deep into your studies, it's something that when everybody else is cutting off the light, you're turning up the light so that you can look closer into the books. It's in those lonely miles that the great are created. And the question that each of us have to answer is, are we willing to do the work in the lonely miles? See, because now, not only do the lonely miles come to us as individuals, they come to us as groups. It's in the lonely miles where the bonds are formed. It's in the lonely miles. And the question is, do you have people around you that's willing to go through the lonely miles with you? See, because in football, they produce those lonely miles in those sprints. I don't know if anybody remember those inter-practice sprints. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my coach was the only one that did that shit. But when I was in Akron and I was little, we had the hills. So we would practice hard. We would run the sprints. And then after we got done slamming our bodies into each other, trying to knock the hell out of each other to maintain our positions and to get ready for the game, he lined us up to a hill. And the hill rose up, not at a 90-degree angle, but it's somewhere around, like, let's say, a 65 to 75-degree angle, and it's up about 100 yards. And you ready? The set, go, boom. And everybody got to take off. Oh, y'all got to run it again. Such and such ain't. Oh, y'all ain't hustling. We're going to do 10 hills if everybody give their all. Oh, we got to add one more. Ready? Now, we all deep inside are in that lonely pace, but I'm able to look over to my right. And I'm able to look over to my left, and there's other people just as hungry to stop as I am. They had the opportunity to throw off the helmet and say, fuck this, I'm not doing this no more. I can't do this no more. I'm about to throw up. I need some water. But we get strength from each other and we're able to keep going. See, what sparked me to write this or to even talk about this today was the fact that I have people around me who have plenty of time to prepare for what's coming, and they don't. They can't even see what's coming. And you tell them, and they still can't see what's coming. And you tell them this is our time to prepare, and they still can't see what's coming. The news tell them what's coming, and they still can't see what's coming. Our elders spoke to us about what's coming, and they still can't see what's coming. And I'm in the lonely miles. In my tribe building, I'm looking to my left, and I'm looking to my right. And it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. But I know the ones that I'm able to look at and can't get that eye contact from, those is going to be the ones that's going to make it to the end. And those are the ones that's going to take us to victory. Why? Because at the same time, victory is being pressed together in my soul. It's being pressed together in their soul. And when we combine what we got, we become unstoppable. Now, let me go through these points because I got a couple of points in here that I want to cover. So the question for the day is, are you willing to dwell in those lonely moments and allow growth to happen? Are you willing to train with your tribe and build a legacy of victory? Those are the questions for the day. Writing prompts. Those of you that get your writing prompts, there's no need to be angry or upset with the other team. Number one, there's no need to be angry or upset with the other team. They just doing what they practice. You can watch what they're doing. You can look at the plays that they're running. You can look at their strategies. You can start breaking it down and start preparing yourself. Number two, be sure to observe your competition. That's what I just described. Get rid of your anger with them and start focusing on something else. Moving towards your victory. You ain't got time to be mad at them. You need to be focusing on you. Observe the competition. What are they doing? What can you glean from? What can you learn from? What can you use that fits within your value system? 3, you can always catch up and improve by studying and practicing the right things. Learn and adapt to the information you receive. Put the work in to prepare mentally, physically, and spiritually. You can always catch up and improve by studying and practicing the right things. Learn and adapt to the information. Learn and adapt to the information you receive. Put the work in to prepare mentally, physically, and spiritually. And last, information is available, family. The information is available all around us to push us towards victory. The information we need. Now, let me tell you how important this is. I had a brother that I had the fortune of working with by the name of Leroy Thornton. Leroy Thornton was a wrestling coach and a track coach. And I would talk to him about, because he would tell me because he used to talk about the things that he loved with a passion. He was talking about track. And he was talking about track in a way that nobody had ever spoke to me about track. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you talk to people who really know football, that really actually was out there, they talk about it in a way that you don't hear people on the outside talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they have an understanding that it's almost like, damn, if I known that shit, goddamn, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like I spoke to football players that talk about the sport. And I was like, I never knew that's why we was doing that shit. I said, yeah, that's why you was. See, but Leroy talked to me one time about running. And he talked about the techniques. And I'm like, there's a technique to running? He said, dog, you could, if you know how to run right, you could, in track, in track, a second is a long time. Imagine if you're able to knock a second off your time because you figured out you figure out a smoother method of running. And he talked about it. There's information out there. What I'm trying to say, there's information out there and people with the information out there that can make you better at what it is you do and make your team better make your team better. Your tribe better at what it is that y'all do. It's just a matter of being open to it, being receptive to it, and then putting it into practice. But yo, I can't go no farther because I got to get up out of here. Family, listen, we about to get up and pour these libations. Y'all take a couple of seconds, get yourself together, do that, say that pledge. I'll be right back.
Minute by minute. Minute by minute. Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your history. You lose your history. You lose your power. You lose your power. Minute by minute. Minute by minute. Hour by hour. Hour by hour. You lose your faith. You lose your faith. You lose your power. You lose your power. If it is to be. If it is to be. It's up to me. It's up to me. I feel good about myself. I feel good about myself. I feel good about the people around me. I feel good about the people around me. I feel goodness all around me. I feel goodness all around me. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. And it will follow me for the rest of my life. Cause I walk with good. Cause I walk with good. And I talk with good. And I talk with good. And I am good. And I am good. And that feels real good. And that feels real good. Good, better, best. Good, better, best. Never let it rest. Never let it rest. Until your good is your better. Till your good is your better. And your better is your best. And your better is your best. Black people. Black people. You were once great. You were once great. You shall be great again. You shall be great again. Lose not faith. Lose not faith. Lose not courage. Lose not courage. Go forward. Go forward. Uplift the race. Uplift the race. Harambe. 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 Magic rock. Shots out. Here we go.
Now, Stepper, here we go. All right, we're going to pour these libations, get up out of here. Me and the Gye-Nyame girls got to get to our assignment. Y'all know I'm late. All right, so we lifting up our glass. We lifting up our glass. We lift it up high to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator. Lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. All right, family, from there, we'll lift up our glass to our ancestors, our personal ancestors, which we do every morning at 5:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Times. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we lifting up our glass and we're moving quickly. We're moving into today, the moment. We are in Ujima, family. We lift up our glass for this present moment. I ask you, as I ask every day, open up your reticular formation, seek out Ujima, talk about Ujima, share Ujima. For those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility, or at least the closest way we had to define it. Respect is what we teach the young people. Righteousness is the Ma'atic principle. The color is blue, as you can see, right? Vibration is the Hermetic principle of the day. Male name is Kwaku, female name is Akua. We lift up our glass and we salute our ancestors. We salute this moment, the power of this moment, right? And we say Ashe. From there, we lift up our from there, we lift up our future generations. We toast our children, our children's children onto infinity, and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move quickly and we lift up all of those who have been put on our list, right, that need that balance healing energy. We got Brother Kwesi Lowe. We sending out that energy. We got Elder Tony West. We're sending out that energy. We got Elder Debbie Bowie. We're sending out that energy. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. Last but not least, family, we started with the Creator, we ended with the Creator, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I ain't even going to be able to sip. I'm going to gulp down this and run out the door. This is Brother High Tim, and family, we are out.
Mr. Daddy.
It's a great day to be alive, and it's a great day to be a Gye-Nyame man. I'm out.